Evening, Dave.
Evening, Baz.
How are you?
Not too bad. Chill out, relaxing.
Did you have a good day today?
Yeah, went out shopping.
I never. I spent fucking 3 hours at a car today. I had to strip down the fucking starter motor, and tomorrow I need to rebuild it.
Right. At
So,
least one of us knows how to do that.
sorry,
At least one of us knows how to do it.
I don't know how to do it. I've had to use YouTube.
That's what YouTube's for. If you want to find anything on YouTube, you stick it in, you press play, and hopefully you don't blow the thing up.
Nah, I'm learning how to fix cars. I can't rely on my dad anymore. So I need to learn to do silly bits. But it's
Really?
no my car. It's no my car this time. It's my brother's.
You can explode it then. He doesn't enjoy the chatting to me, so you've got my permission to,
It's all right.
burn the car down.
This is my younger brother. This is the one I get on with.
Oh, okay.
But no, we're going to try that first. If no, then we'll need to pick up a new one tomorrow. Just never had time to film in time because where it actually is, it's not. It's right at the back of the engine, so you've got to spend about an hour and a half stripping stuff out before I could actually even get to the stuff. But no, I've had a nice day. At least the rain's not.
Just plodding on, just carrying on with bits and pieces. You of our friends asked me to go and get them something, or our mum asked me to go and get her something, so I was halfway there. She said she ordered it. And then basically I spotted two things, and there you go.
Evening, El Tanda.
He'll be on next week as a special guest.
I thought I recognised the name, Dave. I thought I recognised the name. There's a good friend, the Peaky Arrow.
What, the Peaky Arrow comedian?
Pro? I don't know. I need to give him a message, man. I've not been on the Discord for a few days. Just been trying to get the last 2 days I've been off. I've just been trying to get my brother's car fixed.
Or buying toys?
I've not actually bought anything for the weekend, but we'll show the stuff after I go to the weekend very soon. That might take up half the fun and stream anyway.
Go for it then, Baz. Come on, and show us the Baz's bargains or bargain Baz. Oh, anyway, just for Iron Brew for the chat. There you go. For Mr. Baz. There's John. Evening, John, for the bar.
Are you sure you can handle that stuff?
Well, if you drink it, anyone else can drink it. So there you go.
But remember, that stuff goes through my veins. I don't have blood. That's what runs
Anyway,
through my
cheers.
veins. So I'm drinking crappy energy juice tonight.
What, to get your motivation? Okay.
No, I've been up for like 5:30 this morning, googling how to actually strip down this car he has. But no, in the last few days I've been at the charity shop, but the charity shops here they're kind of dry. I was in B&M's, but it's kind of the same stuff. The only thing they had new in was DC Multiverse, but majority of the figures that they had left was the ones I've already picked up.
Yeah. But if you're honest, Baz, down here, the charity shops down here is either gone really expensive, and I mean expensive, nothing in, or just you're too late or missing it.
Peaky's asking, "How are you going? How is it going?"
I'm chilling, relaxing.
I'm good. Just part for having my stomach's a bit dodgy the new way, but you know the situation with that.
Yeah.
I'm not going to go on here. I'll be here all night.
We could be if you should show your toys off all night, Baz.
No, but I finally opened this up.
Hey.
Let's try this. See if this will see any better.
I did actually go to Smith's today, and they've got no battle cats left at all. So I probably need to do the online thing, like you said.
It's actually, for what it is, it's actually not bad. I didn't realise it's actually got it's got a hinge on the jaw. I never know. I think that's what puts a lot of folk off, because it's got the
Special movements in the series.
But no, it's but no, that my nephew's seen that. That's what he's requested for his Christmas.
Already, we're halfway through the year. We're requesting Christmas already.
Yeah, that's what he's requested. He wants that. He wants that tiger, and he wants the guy that go on the tiger. But he doesn't recognise that's He-Man.
That's a good thing, though, isn't it?
He knows, like, the guy that's up there. He knows that's He-Man, but that doesn't look like He-Man to him.
Yeah.
Because when we watch the cartoons, it's always either the original one or it's the 2000X.
Yeah.
Ah, cheers, Chris. Oh, he's doing it for you as well, Dave. Good boy.
Dirty toys then, Baz. You go first this week. You pick up from last week.
Evening, Leo. Right, so between Friday and Saturday, I decided to go to game for a change, just to see what new stuff they had in. But game have got a crazy sale on it now. I don't know if it's just they're just getting ready stock, or if they've just got clearance on stuff. But I picked up a few bits. So I picked. Let's try this again. See if this will. So I picked up the
What tiger?
Kingdom Tigertron for nearly $4.99.
Instead of what? Is it $24.99?
$26.99.
Yeah.
And then I picked up Black Arachnia.
That's an old figure that's reissued.
And then I picked up the RC as well.
Yeah.
I picked up a Marvel's Legend series cable, but it's for the Deadpool movie.
Nice one.
I'm not too sure if I pronounced this guy's name right, but I got Clone Commander, is it Blay?
Yeah. Stormtrooper.
It was actually weird because we went back on the Saturday, like I was saying to you during the week, and my nephew seen this one sitting on the table, and he's like, "Oh, I want that one too." So he ended up spending some of his birthday money, and he got that as well. And then I picked up the vintage style card, Loki?
Yeah.
But I mean, look, the $21.99 down to $25. It's fucking crazy, man.
Yeah, they're in Smith's today, but they're 22 quid though.
And I also picked up the Vision as well. I've seen a lot of folk picking these up, to be honest, on YouTube and Instagram and that.
I thought it was the Grey Ghost when I first looked in, Baz.
Well, when I didn't realise it was actually Vision until I looked at it. I thought it was another character. And I also picked up, is it Grief Karga for like Shrikod?
Paula Creed, is it?
And I picked up a couple of the retro. So I've got another Loki and
I think Baz is trying to start his Loki army.
And I've got the Iron Man as well. But it's like these are off the game, so it was crazy crazy deals, crazy prices.
Yeah.
And also found this guy in game as well, but there was no price on it, so I just had to ask him how much these ones were, and these were going for $3.99. I'll leave that one to last. And this was crazy deal, I would think. But picked up the new Lightning Collection iGuy for $34.99 down to $9.99.
I went into TK Maxx today, Baz, and spotted the Pugsy Pig for 24 quid.
And to me, I don't know if anybody else, but my best bargain was this 2-pack. And it only cost me $10.99. I don't know how much I don't know how much this set really goes for, because it's the prices that I've kind of seen online are really weird, but I picked up the Old Man Logan and Hawkeye 2-pack as well.
Oh, he's nice.
It was funny because when I was in on Friday, the guy that was talking to us like, "Oh, if it's Marvel Legends you're real want," he says, "We did have the Logan and 2-pack, but we're sold out." And then when I went to Glenrothes, just to see what stuff they had in, because there was a couple of Black Series I was after, but they never had any left in stock. And then I seen the iGuy, and the guy was like, "Anything else you look for?" And I said, "You don't happen to have any of the Old Man Logan and Hawkeye in stock?" And he's like, "Aye," he said, "I've got a couple." So I grabbed it. But when you look at some of the prices that I kind of paid there, man, there's like about £180 worth there. And I think I got it all for about just under 80 quid.
It's great, isn't it? Especially like during the summertime, it's normally full price, isn't it? You only get that deals January, February time. But
well, on the 9th of June, game are got up for pre-order at the minute. They've got Echo, they've got Hunter, they've got Wrecker, and they're wanting $15.99 now.
Well, that's half price, isn't it?
So I'm kind of tempted. I didn't usually go with pre-orders, but I'm kind of tempted for that price. I mean, I don't know. I need to kind of have a look to see how much like the Bad Batch is actually gone for. But I mean, if you can get them for 15 quid each, that's still a bargain.
The Black Series ones.
That's the Black Series ones, aye. Because they're also Omega's coming out as well, and she's doing it. She's $15.99. Palpatine's coming out as well. I think that's $21.99 for what they're wanting for that. But they've got like the Lando, the Jabba Palace one. That's 15 quid. That's coming out the same day as well. So they've got. It looks like they're getting games going to be getting a lot of stuff in. Because they're even getting the Black Simi Spider-Man, the Iron, like the silver armored Spider-Man. They're all coming out on the same date.
Yeah.
It'll be interesting to see. I think they were going for $21.99, but if I can get the black suit Spider-Man, the Simi Spider-Man, I'll definitely get that one. So I think that's what a lot of folk are been looking for at the minute, is that one.
Okay.
But I'm just hoping. I really want the Lord Zed helmet, and if that goes in their sales, I'll be definitely picking that up. They did have other stuff, but it's like, where do you stop?
Yeah.
Kind of thing. When they had the corridor.
Yes, Star Wars one, the white one.
I think they wanted 54 quid for it, but they had it reduced to $17.99. I was tempted to get that, but it's like it all comes down to space kind of thing, But they're even selling, the Leia and Han 2-pack, the one that comes in the special box. They were selling that for $7.99. But they were out of stock yet. I only noticed that online.
Right.
Mind if I hop on? I'll go for it, Chris, if you want. I'll send you the link. Hey, Rory.
Mr. Dragon's Lord. You want to quickly go through mine then?
I'll go for it. And I'll need to put you on the big screen because it doesn't work the way I want it to work. There we go.
Evening chat. First thing first, Toy Fair the weekend at NEC. So I've got Grocery Gang, Bugs Right, the donut. And then, you know, the rest of the series. Same series as well. The Green Fries. These will look. I know Baz likes them. Up to date food prices at no Baz.
I think you've got 3 that I've actually got as well. But
and then, he might be coming out Monday as a double set, you know, pineapple pizza ready for Monday, you know. Mentioned his slices come from Monday's live stream, Mr. Pineapple himself.
I never actually thought about that for Salacious.
Because
I've actually got...
just noticed he's a pizza and I thought, you know, you got Mr. Peely Jr. there.
Because I think I'm sure I've got 3 of them. So I've got the robotic version, and I've got like the combat, and then I've got like the standard, the standard one as well.
Yeah. What I like about these pads, the cards are like you got the green in the corner, so each character's different in the corner of the cards, so they're painted to detail. So
you've actually got 2. I think you've got 2 different waves there, or maybe 3 different waves.
And then following the Gormity line, the new Gormity series.
Oh, nice.
You've got Scooby Doo, because he's in fashion at the moment. The dress. Keeping it with Dalmatian dogs, I found another doggy. Baz's favourite of all time, Colonel Sanders, with his bucket of chicken. He's Mr. Colonel. The Disney Pocahontas.
Did you not pick up Disney stuff last week as well?
Yeah. Flintstone's little car.
Oh, nice.
The newer series of Biker Mice from Mars. As you do.
Oh, very cool.
1 second. Oh.
Is that you got into your portal again?
Yeah. The second version of the White Ninja from the Action Man Atom, ATOM series.
Sweet. I like the face sculpt on that.
Here's that one. The Cyborg, different coloured version of the Cyborg from Justice League. Different.
Because I was actually thinking that was from an Electro for Superman, Spider-Man, but I don't think it is.
A weird dragon. That talks and roars. So there you go.
It's like one of the dragons you got for B&M's, I think.
Yep. Baz's favourite pickup of mine. The grey guy.
I do like that. That's quite cool.
With his forearms.
Who doesn't like an alien or a monster with 4 arms, man?
Yep, we know. And then basically today's charity shop finds was, what's he called again, Baz?
I think that's Gravedigger.
Yeah, Gravedigger. He come with the Monster Truck 2-pack. And then basically, because Pinky's hair is in the thingy bob, is a green frog. Hello, Chris in the chat. Hello, Chris on live stream.
I think that's for like some sort of kiddie show. It looks so familiar.
Evening, Chris, dude.
All right, Dave.
Not too bad. How's the comedy act going?
How's the comedy act going? Not started it yet.
Oh, okay. Have you got any new toys then?
I have.
Hey.
Mr. Baz wants to make me big. There we go.
No.
So start off with what I got last week is got some more Lightning collection.
What, pink and white?
I mean, there is a pink in here.
Okay, then. Go on in.
I started getting I've got all the Turtle comic crossovers. Which I quite like. I wasn't going to get them at first, but I decided to get them in the end. Got the new Pirantis head figure,
Mr. Fish.
and today I got into a new line, and it's a very dangerous line. I think I've got into Basil like it. I think is I got a.
Hey, Halo.
I got a Ghost and a Covenant Elite, and I also got.
Chris, tell the truth. You seen? Tell the truth.
Master Chief and a Warthog.
Nice one, Chris.
Where did you pick the Warthog up for?
I got the Warthog from Amazon, my friend.
I was going to say because Asus is selling it as well. I noticed that on what day is this?
I don't have an Asda near me.
I noticed it on Tuesday on the way home. I noticed the. Tell the truth, you only picked him up because I've got the Ghost and I've got the Warthog, and then I went and picked up the Brute. But these are, man, this Brute is fucking heavy.
Yeah, I want to get the Brute is next on my list.
Check your local game if you've got one, because I paid $3.99.
Don't have a game.
I couldn't believe that was $3.99.
And I also got it's not toys, but I also got LED light strips.
Hey.
I'm gonna redo tomorrow's job is to redo the Lightning collection display. There's my finger. Redo that bookshelf there. I'm gonna put all lights behind the figures so like they stand out a bit better.
Good luck, Chris.
I'm not looking forward to it. So it means I've got to take every figure off, clean the shelves, and then like put lights all behind.
Baz can come down and give you a hand.
No, you can give
me
a hand.
Just drive the 6 to 8 hours down here, and you know,
dust these shelves and go back up. He's a dust.
I'll help
Chris,
you.
what's the actual Turtle figures actually like, dude?
To be honest, they're really cool. I quite like them. I was gonna, so obviously, like they come with like the standard accessories for the Lightning collection, weapons, spare hands, and their turtle heads. Like they're actually like civilian turtle heads. Like I mean, when I got them, I was umming and ahhing of how I was going to display them with their turtle heads or with the helmets on. But I think they look better with the helmets on. Because I don't know if you'll be able to see, but like that helmet detail, like they kind of got like glowing red eyes.
Yeah.
So like I thought they look better with the helmets on than anything. Like the rest of my Lightning collection, when it comes to the Rangers, they've all got their civilian heads on and their helmet is down at their feet.
Yeah.
So they're kind of like in a like half morph.
The pirates they normally do with the helmets like under their arms or down by the feet.
But obviously, like with some of them come with two weapons. I can't put two weapons and a helmet under their arm. So I've just put all their helmets down under their like by their feet. And they're all like in like an action pose with their weapon kind of thing. But like I just thought they looked so much better with their helmets on than anything else.
So the the question is then, I know you went for all 6 because that's a complete series, Will that get you the bug to get like a pink Ranger to go with the pink one? And
No.
you're just sticking to that series because it's a full set, isn't it?
I only got all of these because obviously, like, they're not connected to the TV show line.
Comic book, isn't it?
They're a comic book line, a bit like the Draken, Ranger Slayer, and Red Sentry.
Yeah.
They've got their own shelf. They're not mixed in with any of the other Rangers. So, like, they've got their own set shelf, and that's how that will stay.
Yeah.
If they do any more comic book tie-in stuff like that, then I'll get them. But they'll like
I know there's a red, yellow Jason and red Kimberly, is it, or red Kim?
It's red Trini and yellow Jason. I'm not getting those ones, just for the fact that I've already got a red.
Yeah, you got
Mighty
red.
Morphin. I've already got a Mighty Morphin red pre-ordered anyway from their re-release, so I don't want to run into having a duplicate one of those because that's not a duplicate Mighty Morphin red because it's a turtle.
Completely well different, isn't it?
Yeah, even it's a comic book figure, and so with the 2-pack that they're releasing, it's a comic book set. I don't like it. Like when they announced it, I was like, that's one comic book set that I won't get.
Yeah.
But like, I really like the shredder they did for this because it unlike all the other Lightning collection that comes with capes, it's actually a cloth cape. It's not plastic.
I was actually going to ask, does that have a wire in it? But you've just kind of
no. Like no wire at all, which makes it look a lot better and it's a lot easier to pose and stand up without a plastic cape on.
Yeah.
Because like with Draken and Ranger Slayer, like their plastic capes like weigh them backwards. So you've got to really like pose them. Like I've found that like when I first started posing them, I had to pose them slightly more leaning forward. So when the cape kind of like leant back a bit, it kind of balanced them out a bit. But Draken doesn't have his cape on because he's sitting on a throne.
Yeah.
And Ranger Slayer has her cape on, but I've done it so like she's on a figure stand in the air. So she's kind of like she's kind of got like mid jump pose kind of thing.
I've kind of got the issue with this guy, Chris.
Yeah, I don't like plastic capes.
I don't know. I mean, his ankle joints seem to be solid enough, but every so often he's got just a habit of just going like that.
Yeah.
Either going that way or going that way.
It weighs them down far too much for plastic capes. So I'm hoping now with the shredder they've done a cloth cape.
Yeah.
Maybe any other figures they release with capes will be cloth as well. They've shown that they can do it now. So there'd be no reason for them not to be able to do it.
Do you think, Chris, that's the full set of turtles? Do you think we get more from them?
I don't know, because obviously, like you've got the 4 main turtles, April, Shredder, and you've got Tommy as a foot soldier.
Yeah, I can see more foot soldiers coming out, honestly.
Yeah, but then again, like if you want to army build and get like for that, you can just buy normal Foot Clan soldiers from the turtle line. So I'm pretty sure if you buy just normal Foot Clan soldiers, they're going to be to scale with the rest of these figures.
Yeah.
So if you want to do that, then I think the best way to do it is just buy a turtle, go into the turtle line a little bit. You don't have to go fully into the turtle line. Just get the Foot Clan soldiers, enough to make an army build. If you want to get any of the other turtle villains, you probably could. Because again, they will scale to the figures.
I say the NECA ones will fit in with Birchie perfectly.
Yeah. So it's up to I reckon it'd be up to the collector. But for me, who's just mainly doing Power Rangers,
I don't know if they ones would kind of.
Yes, the NECA ones, but that's something.
Yeah, it would scale. Even just looking at it on camera, it would scale with the figures. But yeah, no, they're quite cool figures. The detailing on like the shell and stuff is really cool. Obviously, like when I'm redoing my shelves over the weekend with the light kit, I'm going to be reposing the figures probably anyway. Because I'm going to have to take them all off the shelves to make it easier for me to fix the lights to the back.
Well, that's 2 new videos for you then, Chris, because you can actually do one, how you pose the figures, how you display them yourself, and then the full display at the end of it.
The thing with me posing the figures is that I don't pose very well. A lot of mine are very static posed. Like I don't move their legs at all, and they're very like just simple poses. Just because I'm not really good at posing, I don't have the creativity.
Like instead of
and like they've got their weapon in their hand, and that's about it, kind of thing. So
instead of that,
like my Leonardo figure. Like his pose is simply that him reaching back to grab his swords.
Yeah.
Like the Donatello one, he's just got his bow staff power axe in his hand.
Yeah.
Mikey has just got one of his nunchucks in his hand like that. And then
can you actually put the weapons on the belt as well?
You can do, yeah.
Yeah, sweet. Thank you.
And Raph has just got his power sword size, like just in his hand. I saw one image of the size going through, like the middle, like in the gap there. But I didn't quite like it. I quite like it just him holding them kind of normally.
Yeah.
And then you got Tommy's figure who's just got the katana in his hand like that.
Right, thank you.
Yeah, so my like I said, like my posing is very static. They don't look like they're in like battle pose or anything. I've just done a simple pose just for them to be on the shelf, kind of thing. But once I've redone the shelves with the lights and obviously put all the figures back how I want them and stuff, there will be a video out, just showcasing off my lightning, because it's been a while since I've done a lightning collection video anyway. So I think the last one I did was a short as well.
Yeah.
And it like
you did the Branta set, didn't you?
Huh?
I think you did the Branta set. I think it was the last one.
Yeah, that wasn't really an update. That was more of just an unboxing.
Yeah.
So like an actual lightning collection update video will probably be done at the weekend after I've done the lights. Because like I said, the collection has grown since then as well.
Sweet.
And there'll also be a Zord video as well done, because my Zords collection has grown quite significantly as well since my last update.
As we do. We always do, don't we?
Because as of Sunday, the series I've currently been recording and making will be finished. So
see, I want to come in. I want 2 things to actually open this up. I don't know if just to keep this one. I might just keep this one sealed.
I would have got the both passes at $10.99, perfectly honest.
But that's the thing, is that you probably, if I went back tomorrow or Saturday, these guys will be away.
Yeah. Crazy.
A lot of folk have said to me is that the Hawkeyes are better looking Marvel Legends, but I don't really know much about Marvel Legends stuff, What's the best figure? What's to look for? Blah blah blah. I mean, I have got a few.
But Marvel Legends bags or the big toy lines, you only try and collect what you figures you like.
I have got quite a lot of Marvel Legends, but man, I was picking up when I seen them, but now I'm just kind of picking up characters that appeal to me.
Yeah.
I think the last Marvel Legend figure that I bought myself was the Venom figure that they brought. I think that was the last Marvel Legends that I bought. But there is a few like the retro card ones, like the ones I've already bought. Yeah. I want the Tigra because that's a good face sculpt on that one. I also want the Hercules figure as well.
Yeah.
And then when game gets in, like the black suit symbiote Spider-Man, I'm tempted to get that as well.
Sorted.
But, so it's like we get the cable, like getting the up-to-date cable. I have got the Marvel Legend one that come out
Yeah.
I think it was a couple of years ago. So I'm going to try and pose them together and see what they actually look like.
Okay.
I know the first one I got, it does look slightly bigger. So I've not really, as I say, I've not really taken them out the packaging. I like to kind of show them off before, show them in the packaging, show the deals I kind of got. And some of them will get open, some of them will be is going to get shoved on the wall somewhere,
Okay.
off the face somewhere. Like the Transformers will get opened up.
Yeah.
Tigertron will be up here somewhere mixed because the Tiger Zord gets mixed up with Tigertron. A lot of folk list the Tiger Zord as Tiger, or vice versa. Is that I've got the Tiger Zord, and it's like that's not Tiger Zord. That's that's Tigertron you've got. Yes. I don't know if it's just because it's kind of a similar name, Tigertron kind of thing.
Tiger Zord Buzz. That's about it. You know, simple. You know. Okay, Buzz. We picked up on something last week on the live chat with Shabby. And bits and pieces. We touched on it, and I just wanted Chris's opinion on it as well. And hopefully Shabby's watching this, and a few other bits of people are watching this. I managed to come across I know it's swear words in this community, Funko Pop. But, you know, technically I got it just to show off because, you know, I don't know if Chris knows, but Hasbro's starting to get rid of all the plastic, Chris, on the front of the sleeves.
Yeah.
Now, literally, I came across this Funko, but it's got no plastic on the front. You know, so is this the future now of Funko Pops as well, with no plastic on the front?
Yeah, probably.
You know.
But yeah, the whole like no plastic on the front, I kind of don't agree with it.
Yeah.
Because especially when it comes to like the Lightning collection figures and like I suppose anything Hasbro. Let's just say anything Hasbro.
Well,
they're known for their defects. They're known for their like missing accessories or maybe the wrong accessory in a pack. You know, we've seen that with the Ninjetti figures that like a lot of them had the wrong heads or they were missing heads. So not having that plastic screen at the front, it doesn't help us with a safety guarantee that everything is in that pack that we need.
Yeah, especially your paint jobs.
Yeah. Paint jobs, like any paint defects you might be able to spot on the guy on the front and the side of the figure. You know, I can see why they want to get rid of the plastic because of carbon footprint and everything. Lego are doing the same. They're removing the plastic bags from their Lego sets and using paper ones that are recyclable. Fair play for them trying to do their part and everything, but try and make it better for us in a way where we don't have to like risk buying that figure for us to, you know, we'll get home, we'll have a part missing, then we've got to contact Hasbro or contact whoever the manufacturer is to get that part that we're missing, and that's a lot more hassle than what it needs to be. Plus, I don't know if you got a lot of online stores like In Demand Toys, Sona Toys, like a lot of places like that. When they get figures in, they do check the front of the packaging inside, like through the clear packaging,
like
to see if that
part missing or
they got a lot of them do that. So you know that's going to make it harder for them as well because people are going to get in contact with them about it, and it's just going to make their lives a lot more hassle. So, you know, I'm sure there's a way for them to do it where, you know, we have that. As a collector and as a buyer, we have that safety guarantee that everything is in the pack.
Yeah. I'll tell you, more or less for me, it's down to paint jobs on figures because I know thousands and thousands of paint jobs on figures are terrible. You send people, you know, figures back all the time.
Yeah.
You know, AG for
Funko Pops is like looking at that box, Dave. Is that if that's what they're going to be doing with the Funko Pops, when you go into certain stores that sell Funko Pops, you're going to see majority of them are going to be opened because folk are going to open them to make sure that there's no from in. Because with the Funko Pops, they're not taped, they're not hanging. You could basically take them out, have a look, and put it back.
Yeah.
They're not secure. So again, is that you could be ordering that, but somebody could try to do a swap around, put the one that they want into a cheaper pop. Nobody would know the difference unless somebody physically at the checkout opened the box to make sure it was the right item that was in the box.
Yeah. Well, so that's the difference here, some bits, you know.
But GeForce is asking, did the pop protectors have a window?
That's the window.
No, but kind of, I don't know if he's meaning like the sleeve. Kind of, you can get the sleeves to put your box. No. So they're going to still be doing these kind of things.
Yeah.
These are done by customizations anyway, and people anyway. You'll always get these pop protectors. There's special Funko Pop ones. There's games ones and all sorts. The plastic shells and plastic figures for these are unbelievable. You know, perfectly honest. The only thing I've got with me, I know it's cracked, but you know, these are all made out of plastic as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was just going to actually ask that.
All the grading to make it. They're not going to fully stop it all together. You know, the only thing you could say is that figure might come in like a box now.
It's like, for example, like the Masters of the Universe. Just grab this guy because he was handy. And they're still going to do the bubble protectors for these. Yeah,
they'll do protectors, but not
for the ones that are like the ones that are already do the new unknown. Probably your time. These guys will be in boxes.
Yeah, they do protector boxes and bits.
So you're not going to like see. For me, when I go to a shop, if there's like 2 or 3, just grab
them. Protectors, fully thing.
For example, if there's 2 or 3 of them on the shelf,
it's basically just take your plastic out, Baz. But that's I picked it up. Well, it's number 1, but there you go.
Look at the figure to make sure there's no like paint smudges or that. I'll go out if there's like 2 or 3. I will kind of compare and say, right, that one looks better. I'll take that one. But if they're going to become fully boxed, you're not going to. It's going to be a gamble now if I'm and say, right, do I really want it? And I think, to my point of view,
as well, Baz, I'm finding when I went to the toy fair Saturday just gone, some of these San Diego's already been put into boxes already. You know the Funko Loki you bought? Some of those came in boxes.
Well, to have them handy, I do actually have it handy. It's like on Saturday, I went to the entertainer with my nephew because he wanted to go and spend some birthday money. And I've actually noticed these guys you know how these come packaging, they're usually there's like strapped to the plastic.
Card. Yeah.
But now they're coming in boxes.
Yeah.
But it's like the one where you should have the bit of plastic.
Yeah.
They've taken the plastic away. So is this how some of the figures or toys are going to come now, or are they going to come completely boxed?
I think they'll be boxed. It's easy for display purposes for shells, but like Chris said earlier, they can't change everything. It's like, we touched on it. Will the retro collection people buy the retro collection on the cards? Because it's the ideal is the bubble.
Well, it's the same. Yeah. They're running it like the new retro line for Marvel.
Yeah,
they're going to keep them. They're going to keep them bubble on the card.
Those will be like just window boxes at least. Or you remember back in the day when Star Wars got released, and you get like an exclusive Obi-Wan Kenobi in clear.
Well, it's actually
a box.
I was thinking about that the other night there because John
picked it up on last Thursday's chat.
John's immediately doing something for like Star Wars, like what's your favourite piece and all that. And I remember, I'm sure it was like 88 or 89. we went to Falkirk as a day out with the family, and Gran was there. And we went to a shop. It was called Every Woman Wants. Man, it sold clothes, it sold from stationery stuff, it sold everything, toys and all. But we got Darth Vader before he became Darth Vader.
And Skywalker.
Wait, I'll grab him in the fucking. Yeah.
Chris, you got your Flash t-shirt on.
I do have a Star Gabs t-shirt on.
Yeah, I thought so. Thank you. So good.
Me and my brother got one of these.
Yeah, the hologram one, yeah.
So these come in like clear. These come in like cardboard boxes.
Yes.
They were selling these in cardboard boxes for like 25 pence each back then. So you could just imagine as if that's what they were doing back then. I know these were like mail-aways. I know this guy was. Don't think this one was a mail-away, Dave, but
no.
I know
There's
there was some of them.
Versions of hologram. That's I think the one I'm thinking of. It came out when it's was it Star Wars when they did the remaster at the cinema? You put the TV. So
I think it was either I know when they done the Attack of the Clones. If you went to the cinemas, especially if you went to the Odeon up here, you actually got a limited edition Mace Windu, and it was
in the window box, yeah.
Right, but it come in like a little box.
Yeah.
Here's a point I have heard discussions. What impact will be going on cardboard only? Have you in your... So there's a question for us all.
Yeah, that's a good point. Like, surely cutting down all the trees and that to make all these cardboard and paper packaging is damaging the environment more than what the plastic packaging is.
But seemingly for every tree they cut down, they plant a new one. But man, it can take 30 years.
It takes hundreds of years for a tree to grow.
Aye.
Like, for that one tree to be replaced, it takes 50 to 100 years for that tree to get to where it was. Whereas like I'm pretty sure that the plastic that they use could be melted down and reused. Like plastic, you can melt plastic with a cigarette lighter and mold it into shape and stuff. So,
See, they can say that about cardboard. They say, "Oh, well, we can recycle cardboard as well." But man, we know, watching other YouTubers and watching other live streams.
Back to Baz's drink, the Iron Brew stuff.
When you get cardboard like this, that's made specifically for the toy packaging, right? I pulled the Hego stuff because it's the closest cardboard packaging I have to me. This stuff, surely this is harder to recycle than what plastic is, because this has been coated in obviously some kind of material. It's been printed on as well, whereas normal brown cardboard, if you can recycle that a lot easier because that can just be mulched down, whereas this is harder to mulch down. Whereas the plastic packaging,
the thing with that cardboard that you've got there, Chris, right, is sometimes you use an ink. So it's like if you want to keep that in a box and say there was a label on it, you want to take the label off. You've got to be kind of cautious, because even using like lighter fluid or that can actually damage the film. You can actually. The only reason I'm doing that is because we do that at work. You've got to be very careful, and even though the stuff that we use is that we're trying to make it sellable kind of thing.
Yeah.
Goes back to the return department, but you've got to be very cautious, because some stuff can go straight to go back out to be sellable because it's not been opened technically. But if it comes to us, we've got to refurbish it or make it as sellable as possible. But the minute you put alcohol wipes on this or any sort of liquid, depending on the cardboard, it can take the paint right off.
Yeah.
But it's like I was saying, is like if you look at that, man, the cardboard on these figures are really flimsy. But then when you look at the cardboard on that, that's thicker.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Here's the wee Marvel Legends.
Yeah, we do like because we do our fair share of like recycling. So like everything goes out on a bi-weekly, but every other week our recycling. And any big boxes like my Amazon box that I got today, if I think I'm going to need it, I keep it, because if I need to send packages out to anybody in the Discord server and stuff, I'm like, that's a fairly big box. If I need to send stuff out, I can keep that. So I put it to a side. And then, but if not, it goes downstairs into like, we've now got a fire pit out in the back garden. So like, my mum and dad said any paper material you get in packages and any small boxes of like cardboard boxes you don't want, give it to us. We'll keep it to a side and we'll use it for the fire pit. Is like to help start the fire in there.
You had marshmallows on there as well, Chris.
Huh?
Did you put marshmallows on there as well?
We haven't started using it yet, so.
Oh come on, we want marshmallows.
It has got like a little grill thing, so you can cook burgers and a couple of sausages on there if you want to.
That's okay. You picked me up on the way down to where we want the marshmallows.
Hey, the question that I want to ask you guys in the chat as well is that we've got two figures here, right? Both of them are the same price. When the first come at $10.99, right? Why is the Star Wars one so flimsy, but the Marvel Legend one is actually a better cardboard?
Double-sided, and I think you look at the date.
Man, I don't know if the camera would pick up, but man, that looks thicker compared to what that is. I don't know how good the camera would pick that up.
One's retro packaging, one's normal new packaging.
That's what I don't know if with the how they've done the new wave of the retro style. I've not seen them in shops yet, so I don't know if they've updated the card or not.
I think the same as before, Bass. They're also kept them the same.
So I don't understand. Is it if you're picking up something that's the same price and it's on card, why is one and it's the same for the same company? I mean, both of these are for Hasbro, so why has Hasbro changed? Give you a flimsy card on one and a harder card on another. I know Matt always talks about that. I mean, I didn't understand why one company, if it's coming for the same company, why one wave they give you a crappy card that's easily bent, and then they bring it a wave two in that same line, but they give you a better card.
They must know, surely, when it comes to like those carded figures with the bubble on the front, they must know people buy them to keep them carded and to keep them bubbled and to have them on display like that. So, like, they must know that. So, like, why have two different types of cardboard on card? One's flimsier, which will bend and ruin more. It'll rip a lot easier and stuff compared to the other one where it's thicker.
Yeah.
Right. That is a very good. I don't buy those kind of figures, so I've never really noticed it. The Lightning Collection figure, the boxes are all the same thickness. Unless it's a chunkier figure, then the box is a little bit bigger. But like, as in like the actual thickness of the card, they're all the same. Yeah, I think the Lego boxes are all pretty much the same, apart from the little small like mechs that you can get and like the little small play sets you can buy. That cardboard rips like paper. Compared to like the actual full Lego sets, which is thicker cardboard. I suppose it has to be thicker cardboard for the bigger sets because it's heavy.
Yeah.
But yeah. Right.
For me, it's always been down to the box art, the card art, and everything else.
Much more flimsy. I think that they cut every corner when it comes to Star Wars to put them out as cheap as possible. Now, I do agree with him and GeForce with that, but I would like to see, especially with the Star Wars stuff, the newer stuff that's coming out, I would like to see a better cardboard so it's going to last, especially if you're going to keep them in the packaging. You want it to last longer
Yeah.
Kind of thing. It's like when they done the original Black Series, man, their boxes were decent, but man, how long are they going to last before they start bursting on them? And you know yourself, man, I've got some of the original Black Series, like the 4-inch ones. I've had a lot of them over the years, and I've technically had to open some of them because it basically the glue was coming off the card, the bubbles were coming off the card.
Yeah.
And it feels kind of bad that you don't, if you've got stuff like that, you don't want to take off the card because you might like the card art or whatever. But then when the bubble starts, when the glue starts wearing off, like everything else, it wasted the packaging.
Yeah. I can know Funko, the original Funko's Baz, the Funko Reaction.
I don't know if my camera will pick it up, but like that's the thickness of the Lightning Collection boxes. Like it's super thin, but it's not flimsy.
No.
You know, even if I take out the plastic insert, it doesn't like bend that much. You know, it's still quite firm.
The cardboard, and then turns around with a plastic free. No. It's going to get to the point that I think really a lot of folk are going to stop buying stuff because they're not going to be able to see the figure or whatever they collect. They're not going to technically see what they're getting.
I think it basically comes down to, Baz, it's basically the paint jobs on the figures.
Yeah.
It's not, like Chris said earlier, not the accessories you put in the box. It's not anything else. It's the evolution of the figures and bits and pieces where we're going through.
It's like
people buy the toys, but 99% how many figures do you take back are painted different?
I see more pops coming back than anything else.
Yeah,
that's probably their highest from like return thing is pops.
The people that collect these guys are really picky, and trust me, they are picky.
And majority of the times they come back, it's got a slight little crease in the box. I could understand that folk want to mint, or there was one I had. It was actually an Ahsoka. We've got 2 Ahsokas in, and the paint where the eyes are, it basically bled into the actual skin tone of the face. So whoever painted it, it's like the paint had run. And things like that is what I was saying to Laurent, is that usually when I go and buy something, I'm hoping they'll have 2 or 3 of the same figure, so you can actually put them down. You can say, right, and look at the 3 of them, and you say, right, that one's the better out of the 3, so that's the one you're taking. Because I know when the Justice League come out, when they done it wasn't the Justice League. It was the Batman versus Superman.
Yeah.
They brought out you got the Wonder Woman, you got the woman, like the future Batman. But I know a lot of folk when they were odd that you could only get Wonder Woman online because she was always out of stock in the stores. And a lot of folk were buying her online, but the paint apps on her was really, really bad.
Yeah.
But if you're going to buy something like that, even some of the YouTubers that I watched that got these in, it's like you're better going into stores or just wait until they come into stores and then pick out what the best looking one is.
Yeah.
But I know when you're buying stuff online, it's kind of hard because you'd rather go into a shop and say, right, I want that one. At least you can see the figure, the collectible, whatever the book.
Also, like we were with the pop figure community and stuff. Like when because I used to be a pop figure collector. I used to collect certain ones, usually Marvel ones, and like any ones that took my fancy. And I thought if they were from a certain game, I'd be like, yeah, I'll grab those. When I made the transition into going into Power Ranger collecting, I sold all my pops. This was at the beginning of the pandemic, right? Plus, I wasn't working because I lost my job because of the pandemic as well. So I sold my pops, thinking bit of money for me to, have, not that any places were open for me to have money for, but it was a bit of money I could then, throw it into my bank and, buy stuff on Amazon for, if I wanted anything.
Yeah.
the amount of people I had messaging me saying, "Can you send me pictures of the box? Like, I want to see every side of the
Every
box."
angle. There's 6
Yeah.
angles, please. I want all 6 angles.
Yeah, can you send me one of the light shining down on the plastic cover so I can see if there's any scratches on the front? I was just like, they've been sat on a fucking shelf. Like, what's going to happen with them sat on a shelf? Oh,
Yeah.
oh, there's a. I can see dust on the top of the box. I don't want it.
Yeah.
Like,
Well, at least I actually tell you, Chris.
What do you expect for figures I've kept in the boxes on a shelf? What do you expect? Do you expect me to dust it every day?
Yeah. Well, no, but Chris, you need plastic protectors. Put on.
But I wasn't that serious of a pop figure collector to get plastic.
I know.
The actual thing is that, man, the pops are more like those teddy bears you got back in the 90s. Is that?
See wise.
I don't think when they brought the pops out, I don't think they were thinking in the future that these things are going to be popular. We're just bringing them out, and then over time and over the last 5-6 years for they've been out,
Yeah.
man, you see more and more people collecting them.
Yeah, the see wise. Yeah.
I could understand.
They did do plastic protectors for dog tags, and also you can get special TY boxes. But like stopping on the same subject, Baz, but slightly different. I sold my wild bill the other day in eBay. The guy sent me an offer through. I accepted it, and then the following day he messaged me and said, "Sorry, can I please decline it because you got 2 greases in the card?" And I already put up. Please check the pictures. There's 2 little nicks in the card, like in the corners. There's a little nick in the corner. There's a little nick there, and there's a pinhole there. And I explained it all in the description and everything else. So I gave him the, cancelled the order. But why can't people just check the descriptions on even eBay?
Well, that's the thing is like when you're looking on eBay for stuff, a lot of folk will say that look at the pictures. There is slight damage to the boxes, but people are now, especially when it comes to certain vintage stuff, wanting the boxes to be mint in mint condition. You might be lucky enough to get something in mint condition if the person that's had it's looked after it. But over the years is that cardboard is going to start deteriorating, plastic's going to start deteriorating.
Yeah, and that's like all my lightning collection boxes. Like, where's my hand? Like they're all on the top there of my shelves. I have a stack down there on the floor, and I've got another stack in the corner there on the floor next to the bookcase because I've ran out of room on the top. I'm trying to think of because I really like having the boxes on display in the background. I think they're quite they add something to something else to the background, especially in my videos. You can see them.
Shelves down a slightly bit and put them at the back of your shelves.
Yeah, so I'm trying to think of ways to keep them, on display. So I'm thinking instead of having them lined up like that, I'm thinking about laying them down flat because then I could probably fit more like in a stack.
About the same, Chris, to be honest. Your best thing to do, Chris, is get yourself a second Billy bookcase, the black one you got in the corner. Get a second one.
For another bookcase, though.
I was about to say, you could get a second Billy bookcase like you've got. Take the back off, the plywood off the back, put it in front of it, put the boxes behind it, and the figures in front. So you're turning like a 12-inch shelf into
I haven't got the space.
The only suggestion I could do is that, if not, stick them to the ceiling. You've got nothing on your ceiling. You won't put posters and Baz up there.
I've got nothing on the ceiling. I've got 2 flags.
No, you haven't got a picture of Baz up there, so it doesn't count.
Nah, he's under my pillow.
Okay.
No, but it's like G-Post has got a point there. Is like he started to open boxes up to get the bit. That's what you're going to see.
Yeah.
The next man, it might be like next year before we kind of get them over here. They'll probably start coming over to the UK in dribs and drabs. But it wouldn't surprise me when you go to Smith's, you go into the Entertainer, Toy Town, any place that sells toys, you're going to see majority of the boxes are going to be owned.
100%.
The problem is, I found with an old company I used to deal with, as soon as you open the box, they don't accept returns.
Hmm.
I know it's different, like over here in bits and pieces, but some companies, as soon as you open that box, they don't. As soon as you get the sellotape, like cut it, they don't accept returns at all.
That comes down to the same thing with like you buy a figure, you can see through the plastic covering. Yeah, say you've bought it from like In Demand Toys' website. They haven't noticed there's a flaw in the packaging because they can't check everything.
No.
You buy a figure, you get it, you can see quite clearly through the plastic there's a hand missing or there's something broken on the figure, and like you can quite clearly see that's not how the figure's meant to be.
Or like a White Ranger head missing.
Yeah. So you send it back to them. You know, you get in contact with them, send it back. They get it. They check it over. Oh yes, yeah. Sorry, we missed that. You know, we'll send you out another one, and they'll sell it cheaper.
Yeah.
You know, they'll knock it down price. Saying like I've seen that I quite often look on In Demand's clearance part of their website just for any figure. You know, it's like the bargain bin. You always got to have a look to see what's in that bargain bin.
Oh, definitely.
And I quite often see in their clearance section, like hands too stiff, like there's no like you can't pose the hand very well. There's one simple, easy solution to fix any posability issues in a figure. Get the hairdryer, hot water or a hairdryer. Like I've had a couple of like the main one I had was Ninjetti Blue of the Lightning collection. You couldn't move any of the joints, like even just the hips and the shoulders. You couldn't move them. I got the figure, got the hairdryer, run the hairdryer across the top, across the front, and across the back, and all across all the joints for like a couple of minutes. Put the hairdryer down, and I just immediately started posing every joint in any direction it would go. Since then, I've had no issues with posing. Like figures get stiff, plastic stiffens, especially if it's cold. Plastic stiffens. Use hot water or use a hairdryer. It doesn't affect the figure in any way. Especially if you do it correctly. Like, don't get the hairdryer and stick the hairdryer directly on the figure because you will melt the plastic. Just hold it a couple of inches above the figure and just keep it moving because it's going to keep the heat, moving, not just stuck in one place. Yeah. It's going to dissipate there. It's going to move the heat all around. Simple and easy fix. I haven't done the hot water trick yet because I haven't seen how well that works. But the easiest thing for me to get is obviously when I get a package, hairdryer is in the next room. I can go into the next room, grab the hairdryer, bring it in here, and just do that. Put the hairdryer back.
The thing with the hairdryer, Chris, is that if you're comfortable with doing that, the only thing with doing with boiling water is that as soon as you put the plastic into boiling water, it becomes like gel. Sometimes it can come like jello. So you've kind of got to, when you're doing it, you put it in for like 5-10 seconds, take it, and then you gradually, if you didn't feel any thing, you put it back. But you make sure you've got a bowl of...
Yeah, so with like you say, like with the hot water, you're not in control. The water, the hot water is in control there. But with a hairdryer, how easy is it to turn the hairdryer off while you're using it? Like it's on the handle. It's right there. Like, if you're feeling it's a bit too hot while you're running it, turn it down a setting. It's very easy to do. You're more in control of the hairdryer than you are in boiling hot water. If you want to use the hair, like my opinion, like my advice, if you want to do the hairdryer trick, but you're not too sure, put it on the lowest setting of heat, put it on the lowest setting of like speed or whatever it is, whatever the other setting is. So put it all on the lowest setting and just do that and just keep moving the figure. Like, do that for a bit. Try and move the joints. Just every time you stop using the hairdryer, keep moving the joints because that way you'll loosen that joint up. Right. That's
and if it breaks, send it to Christy. You'll break it for you.
Or send it to me, and I probably won't send it back. It'll go into my collection.
Yeah.
But no, like you're more in control there. Like I've seen so many people complain that their figures are stiff, And the amount of people I see like going back to and saying, get a hairdryer. Just use a hairdryer on the joints and it'll unstiffen. I've had a couple of times where I've taken the helmet head off the figure, gone to put the civilian head on, and I can't quite get the civilian head on the little ball top. I get the hairdryer and just shove it on the end of, like, point it at the end of the head, like where the hole is, just so it heats it up a little bit, just to make it a little bit, you know, easier to pop in. Do that, and then, you know, I just hold it in, like push it down on the little ball on the figure, move the head, spin the head round, so it got, you know, make sure the joint works and everything, and then the head's fine. I've had to do that on a couple of my figures, like when I'm putting the civilian head on. I just heat the head up a little bit and pop it, pop straight on.
The Funko, the Savage Land figures that come out.
Yeah.
A lot of them, when you get them out of the packaging, man, the joints are quite stiff. So you've got to what? I know when they're done, I think it was the Thundercat wave, a lot of folk, as soon as they tried to move the leg, it fucking snapped off.
Yeah.
So I've got like the Panthro. I was quite lucky with him, but even though even the other ones I've got, you're kind of cautious when you're moving them. It's just because of the ball joint that's in it.
Yeah.
It's so. It's like everything else when you get when you, as soon as you try to move the arm, you're like, oh, that's a bit tight, and you're feared to come in. You're feared to move it, just it fucking snaps off.
I say, back in the day, I can still remember a company that one of our friends bought a figure off. Literally had 2 left feet in the packaging. And literally, the guy said, it's got 2 left feet, going to send it back. He says, no, because you've actually opened the packaging. We can't do it. I said, as soon as you open the packaging, we can't accept returns. I was like, it's got 2 left feet. And there wasn't returns.
You wouldn't know it's in the packaging. You wouldn't notice that.
One of them box that you do, one of them like boxer, you know, you can't see the figures. Like back to the Funko box, you can't see inside. You need to open the box. It's got 2 left feet. You know.
Well, because I've got this guy, man, technically, if you look at, I don't know how good the camera would pick this up, but if you look at that, you can't really, you'd have to film in thing you're doing to see the feet.
But again, like, that's the helpful thing about having that plastic window on the front of the figure. You can take, you know, you can tip it at an angle to get a proper look, to see if all the accessories and everything, if you can see a defect with the figure. That's the beauty of having that. Going back to our discussion about the plastic window, that's the helpful thing about having that plastic window, because surely contacting like Hasbro for a Lightning collection or a Marvel Legends or a Black Series figure that has a defect and you haven't opened it, surely that's, you know, and sending it back to them, that and then they're going to have to send you a new one without a defect. That's costing them money. That's probably costing them more money than what it is to make the packaging. You know, how it must like they must be able to make their packaging quite cheap with cardboard and plastic.
Well, technically, how many figures do they do across the world? So yes.
Yeah, so they must be. They
must
make.
It used to be like that thick, didn't it? Before.
Yeah, so you know they must pay pretty, you know, pretty cheap for their packaging, right? And I don't fault them for doing that because the packaging, I've got no flaws with any of the Lightning collection packaging.
See, Jonathan's got a point there with NECA. I mean, NECA, even though their figures are well detailed, but the joints on them are temperamental. Because I've got a Predator figure there, right? It's like the ninja style guy. It's like the one that comes with a sword.
Yeah.
When I took out the box, man, this guy could do the river dance. His legs were loose as Sunday on a Saturday night. But all the methods I tried to try and tighten them up didn't work. The only method that actually worked was the super glue method. But you have got to be very, very careful with the super glue. but I didn't understand why some of the Predator figures are worth a fortune now. So if you were to open one, or if the packaging decided to burst open on you,
Yeah.
you can return the figure because you've had it for 5 or 10 years.
Yeah. GeForce Racing has also put another good thing in the comments. They're going to have to replace all the machinery they use to make the packaging as well.
Well, technically they don't, because they cut the cardboard and they cut the slot out of the anyway, so it's probably less to do
But
with
that's
them.
probably it's probably two separate machines. But still, like, you got to think that's more artwork they're going to have to put on the figures as well. So it's another printing process, which is going to cost them more. It's going to cost them again more in printing on the boxes.
Yeah.
You know, because what they probably do with the boxes is they probably measure it all out to size, throw it through a machine for the outline of the plastic to be cut, print it, then the plastic gets stuck on the inside. You know, so like it's going to cost them more in printing on the boxes. It's going to cost them more in. It's probably going to cost them more money in returns and refunds.
But don't forget the government's giving them a big bonus check to say thank you very much for doing it for us.
Again,
once the box starts getting into circulation, I could see, like, especially like Amazon, from anybody that sells on retail stuff, they're going to see a shitload of stuff coming back.
There's going to be refunds. There's going to be complaints.
Damaged. The figure inside's going to be. It's going to have smudges on it. Everything.
Nobody swapped over, Baz. It's going to be like a basic figure from an elite figure, and that's it. That's how it goes. Or like you get a Baz figure, you send it back to Chris, the Peaky Chris, the creepy comedian.
It's all right. They've already got an action figure in me, so I'm not grumbling.
We got Chris down below with an action figure already. They've done him a few times as Stephen the Mouse. So there you go.
They've already got a Buzz Lightyear figure out, so I'm quite happy.
Yeah. So we done you two. We just swap a Buzz Lightyear for the Arrow, the Peaky, the Peaky Bazzier. The Peaky Bazzier. That's it. Future show, Peaky Bazzier.
As everybody cries me on the Discord, like Buzz Lightyear kind of thing. It's fucking. I ended up picking up one of the new Buzz Lightyear figures, and everybody says, "Oh, new Buzz got an action figure for himself."
Yeah.
Oh, the thing is that guy's got hair. I don't have any hair left.
I don't know. We can make Peaky bald. Could be a new thing about the new. It's almost like a Batman and Robin, isn't it?
Aye, I remember that, Jonathan. I had a minifigure missing for his Lego set.
Yeah.
The amount of times where, because obviously, like, I don't know if you can tell from like everyone who's watching can tell, I collect Lego as well. I've got the Daily Bugle there. I've got Thor's hammer. I've got multiple Lego sets. The amount of times I've had to go on Lego's website and like, oh, I'm missing a piece. You had to get a piece replaced, and I had to do it with the Daily Bugle. I had to get a couple of pieces sent. I think I had to do it to the Infinity Gauntlet and the Iron Man head. I think I had to do it for as well. I was missing I get Lego. I get it with Lego because it's a machine that obviously
puts the stuff in the bag. Yeah.
It's a machine that probably spits all the pieces out. A piece probably gets spat at the machine and it rolls off the conveyor belt or something like that. I get the simple. It's usually like one or two pieces, so it's a simple, honest mistake. But like a minifigure, that's what a minifigure consists of. What usually 4 pieces: the hair, head and arms, and the feet.
And hands.
Yeah, but they come with the
hands separate. Hands are separate.
Oh, the amount of times I've had to do a figure and I haven't had to put the hands on separate.
There's certain blind bags for the Lego figures.
Yeah, hands separate.
You put the hands, the arms, and everything onto the body.
Okay, but like
Lego, not every mini bag does it, but occasionally you'll get the odd one. Is that you've basically got to bolt it for scrap because it's like the, like the Mega Blocks. the Mega Bloks figures, that's the exact same. You've got to build the figure up. So you've got to put the hands in the arms, and you've got to put the arms onto the body. It's the same with the legs. You've got to individually attach to the legs, kind of thing.
Yeah.
Dave, are you going to stop playing with your frog? It's put me off.
I was going to ask Chrissy if he knows his frogs. Because he's green, I thought, I wonder if Chris knows his frogs. Chris, you ever seen that dude before?
No.
Come on, Mr. Froggy.
No, I've never seen that figure. That toy
to be honest
before.
with you, Dave, that figure, the face and the eyes, that looks like a child's nightmare. That looks like that frog's been on something that he shouldn't have been on.
He's been to the Netherlands.
He's a thin frog. He's got the gibbles.
No, there's good things come from the Netherlands. We have our good friend Rory, we have Rose, we have Nick, we have
Brian.
We have I can't remember the other guy's name. Is it Bujon?
Oh, Bjorn.
Bjorn.
Right. So, come on out. What do you expect from the future from you two then?
Me, I'm hoping to win the lottery. To be honest with you, one of my life thingy dream is to actually own a toy shop.
Come down here, Baz. We're going to business together.
It's a dream of mine. I've been thinking about this for years. I would love to own a toy shop.
Well, you've done your live stream, so there you go.
I've always wanted to own my own geek shop, like comic books, collectibles, and I would do the thing like there's one that I go to, like if there's any unwanted toys you've got in your collection, and like vintage Star Wars and G.I. Joes, I would do a trade-in like thing as well, like I probably wouldn't do like cash. It'd be like in-store credit type thing. But like, I'd get them valued, I'd make sure that whoever was like in the shop working knew what they were talking about when it came to toys. Because
this ain't getting higher than is it?
I would make sure that anybody that worked there knew what they were talking about, knew what they were looking for when it came to like toys.
Well, that's me and back right then. Sorry, Baz, for we could desire.
And collections,
whatever. One day you'd be hired, Dave. You know more.
No, I'm retired.
And roughly know how much they're value for as well, like how much they would usually go for, resale and stuff like that. So then it would help the trade-in stuff, and it would help customers when they wanted to buy stuff in the store. It would help the customers because then you'd actually have people who care and know what they're talking about.
We ain't got a clue, have we, Baz? So
I mean, I don't. I know Power Rangers. I know Power Rangers stuff. That's about it.
Hey, Connor. We need to get Connor on it sometime, Dave.
What, Conor McGregor? Love to.
Need to get a good friend Connor on at some point.
Thank you, Super Awesome Geek Show, for subbing to my channel. Just had that pop up.
He's a good guy, Johnny's. Mine's a toy museum, so there you go.
Toy museum's quite cool.
Is it?
Yeah. I mean, you pretty much have a toy museum anyway, don't you, Dave?
Honestly, just a bit more space. I'd actually love a bit more space for a bit more space.
I'd love. So I live with my parents in a 3-bedroom house, and the other bedroom is used by my nephew and niece who live with me. I've always said that if they hadn't come and lived with me,
what about the loft?
That would probably be like my collections room or my gaming room. Because if I had my own room for my collection, the Lightning collection would be able to be bigger. So I probably would be able to expand into every figure for the Lightning collection. Ooh. And I want the same thing, kind of like what our friend Traveling Power Rangers fan has done. In the middle of his room, he's got loads of
Big Lego, yeah, that is pretty. Yeah.
3 or 4 tables with a Lego city on. I'd love to do the same kind of thing because I'd be able to make a really big kind of like, big like Marvel themed Lego city with like it'd just be a Marvel related. So like, if I had that, my collection would be bigger. I'd be able to do more with the collection as well because I'd be able to delve into every line of the Lightning collection, every figure for Lightning collection. The Zords, I'd probably be able to have a lot more room, and because my Zord collection's pretty basic. I just have them lined up from like order of appearance kind of thing.
Yeah.
But if I had, I'd love to like the Ultra Zords and all the combination Zords. I could have 3 or 4 of the same Zord, but have them all in their different forms.
That's a lot of space.
Yeah, like so. If I had the extra space, I'd be able to do that. But because I don't, I can't do that. I have to. My Zord collection is limited to just up to SPD. I'm still missing Zords in between Mighty Morphin and SPD, but I don't have the room to grab them. So I'm missing Zords from the collection, which is a bummer. But like,
the problem is, Chris, you'll get to a point, even to SPD is too much for your bedroom.
I need to move out, but the price of housing, I don't know if it's like where you two live, like obviously up in Scotland, Baz, and obviously wherever you are in the UK, Dave. But prices down here, like I'm looking at like 3-4 grand a month for a 2-bedroom flat.
Yeah.
I barely get a grand a month wages, So like paying that much for rent, plus you got to pay council tax, you got to buy your food, your internet, your phone bill, TV license, electric, gas, all the necessities as well. I can't afford it.
Before we actually go off, I want to ask a question to the super awesome geek John. Has he seen any of these new Final Faction toys out yet? And if he has, is he going to be picking some of them up?
Series 2, Series 3 and comic book?
Yeah, because I've been watching videos.
Counting for toys, I should say. Yes.
4 or 5 days. And I know they're just standard figures, but I'm really digging these new guys. I'm just hoping we get them over here, Dave. So I want at least a couple of the doom buggy things.
Yes.
While we're both here, Baz, these Halo figures that like I've bought, and like I was guessing the Brute is like the same line.
Mm-hmm.
Where else apart from Amazon do them? Because obviously you got
Home Bargains,
B&M. Trying to sell them. You can get them out. Certain entertainers have got them, not them all. I've seen them in dribs and drabs. You can get them out of game if you've got a game station near you.
I don't have a game near me.
If you have a toy shop called Toy Town,
no.
I think the nearest one is Blackpool. I don't know how far you're away from Blackpool.
At least like 4-hour drive.
Check A1 Toys.
Oh yeah, I keep forgetting that you're the one who referred me to A1 Toys to begin with, and I forget about them all the time.
Is it Capal Toys? Check that. Is it Comics and Cocktails? Check them out.
I do Comics CNC do them.
I don't know if I know they do the 6-inch ones, but I'm not too sure about the 4-inch ones. But
are these the 4-inch figures then? Are they?
Yes, because
I'd love to get a few more and have like a bit of a Hago display.
Chris, do you have a Home Bargains or B&M Ranger?
I've got a Home Bargains, literally 2 minutes up the road from me.
Right, Home Bargains.
Or if you're lucky enough, and B&M's has still got them, and B&M's sells them as well.
Nearest B&M to me is half an hour away, and I don't drive.
I've got this one with the Master Chief, and you copied me because I got this one first.
I saw it on Amazon.
No, but these are there. Man, I got these both. I got both of these out of B&M's. I got that one a year ago before the pandemic. I got that one about 3 months ago.
I'm thinking about getting a few more and possibly doing a bit of photography with them because
they're great for outdoors if you got like little forest outside or anything in your backyard.
Well, just behind
or a lizard tank. I'm not mentioning his name, but there's a lizard tank that
Oh, Steve.
Yeah, don't get him making your bites.
You've already got an elite. You've got Master Chief. Man, they also
I want to get a brew.
They do the what the fuck's the other ones, Craig? They do the jackal.
They do jackals.
They do jackals. They've also got grunts as well. But I've not seen the grunts. The grunts have been released and announced, but I haven't seen. I'm just wondering what scale they would be in.
Just because literally more or less right behind me, I've got to go to woods. I've got like a wooded area, and there's a long patch of grass that goes like all around the side of my house. So like I can easily just go out there and shoot a couple of photos, and with because these got, especially like this, it looks really cool to be able to take photos with.
See, even John says, man, the Halo figures and that scale are cool.
Yeah.
If you think about it, when they first come out, Chris, man, they were
25
6 inch, and then it reduced them to like 5 inches, and then they brought them back out in like the 6 inch scale between 5 and 6. Because I've got the Master Chief, and I think that's either 6 or a 7 inch.
Yeah, because I've got.
They say it's the same line. It's the same line as these ones, but you get like the 6 inch one. Because
I'd love to try and get hold of a couple of UNSC, just normal UNSC soldiers to go in the Warthog.
You do. You get all the different Spartans as well. I think there's like 3 or 4 different Spartans you can pick up. You get a lot of the just normal grunt soldiers kind of thing for the UNSS. Because I've been looking at the Warthog for a couple of weeks, and I'm kind of tempted, but I'm going to wait until the end of the month.
This one?
Yeah.
That's the one.
Wait until the end of the month, and I'm going to try.
Yeah. I got these from Amazon.
How pricey are the Halo Jeeps going for the 6 inch? They go for crazy money.
The problem is, I think with Halo, there's about 4 or 5 different companies that now's done Halo. I know McFarlane did them, Bandai's done them.
Yeah,
Who does the new ones? Who does the new ones?
It's Jazz. Is it Jazzware?
Jazzwares.
These are wicked cool toys, from what I can see.
Another company. There's about 4 or 5 different companies that's now done it. There's also Mega Constructs that's done them. I know Bandai have done them in the past. McFarlane, NECA. There's about 5 or 6 companies now done Halo.
Yeah.
It's crazy. So.
See, they do Warthogs in the 6 inch scale, but man, they can go for between 200 to 400 quid.
Yeah.
Expensive. Really expensive.
How much should I pay for that?
They used to go for between 30 to 40 quid. So I know Asda's is selling them now, they want 30 quid for it.
Because that one cost me. That was £30. That was 30 quid. That one, that Warthog, and the Ghost with the Elite was $25.95, so like 26 quid.
That's not too bad. Plus, you get the free shipping, don't you?
Yeah.
Yeah. Just a quick question, Chris. Well, Baz is gone. What are you doing like August, September, and October time?
September, depending when in September, I'm in London at a gaming convention.
Like normally Thursday nights.
Thursday, I'm like usually free.
Quick, thank you very much.
Yeah, like anytime you guys want me on, I'm happy to jump on. I don't do anything. I'm usually on my Xbox gaming, so I don't mind missing out a night and jumping on here.
Just to
Oh,
kind of
I found the jackal. I found the jackal you're on about, Baz.
to answer Connor's question, these are not quite 6 inch. I think these are 5 inch, but you get these. So if you've got the warthog for this, you can actually get them in different attachments to put onto them.
Yeah.
I found the
because I've got the both of these, but I've never come across the warthog for them yet.
And which company is that again, Baz?
Sorry,
Which company is that one again?
these ones are
Right hand corner, bottom.
should say underneath.
That's what I was just gonna. These are for McFarlane.
Yeah, they might be slightly bigger.
Because these are the. I think these ones are like 5 inch.
Yeah.
Yeah. Baz, I found the jackal and I found the Master Chief with the brute champion with the grab hammer as well.
I don't know if a 6 inch one. There is one because our good friend Travis has got one.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's Travis's fault. I've bought Hago figures because he showed off his ghost in voice chat last night. It was obviously the 6 inch one.
What I'll do for next week is that I've got the 6 inch ghost. I've got the 6 inch version of the ghost that I've got.
Is it the purple one?
Yes.
Yeah, I think that's the one Travis showed off yesterday, and I was like, now I want Hago figures.
I'll look at it for next week, and I'll kind of show you the difference between because that one comes with an elite.
Yeah.
But there is.
I know the only figures I've got is Mega Constructs and McFarlane Halo stuff, and that's it.
Because you were a couple of years ago, man. I know before the Toys R Us shut down, Toys R Us. I mean, even though you've got the Titan versions, like the Titan figures you like, Dave. They even done the Halo figures for that. They even done the Warthog.
Yeah, the big bird, yeah.
But I know before Toys R Us, I think it was like 2 years before Toys R Us shut down over here. They were actually selling the 6 inch one for 45 quid, and I wished I bought it back then. But
one of the best ones they did, if I remember rightly, for Halo, especially was the Bandai ones with sprue kits. It's a kit you built up for sprue kits. It's basically the kit you built up, but they had more articulation and everything else. But it's a kit you built up.
Man, John had a point there about they've got like packs out, but man, it always comes with Master Chief.
Yeah.
Like I want that Warthog, but I've already got a Master Chief, so I didn't really need another Master Chief. But man, you could always have Master Chief on the Mongoose, and then you could have Master Chief on the Warthog.
That's like one of the sets that I've just found here on Amazon comes with Hago Chief and a brute champion. I've got the Master Chief with the Warthog, but this one that comes with the brute champion has got battle damaged armor. So like you could use like for photo shoots and stuff, you could quite easily use that as a separate figure for the battle damage if you're doing like a little fight photography scene.
Right.
You have a battle damaged armor Master Chief. Yeah. But be on the lookout.
Next Thursday or the following Thursday, I will look at all the Master Chiefs that I've got, all the different variations. And if you're free, we'll probably make it in another 2 weeks' time, Chris. But if you're free, I'll come on with all the Master Chiefs that I've got. I think I've got about 6 or 7 different types. I've got a couple that are kind of the same, but it's just a different colours, just slightly off. But no, it's as you say. So, how many Master Chief do you really need?
Yeah.
And set this line because majority of this stuff you always get a Master Chief. You're going to end up with at least 20 Master Chiefs.
I've noticed with this line that I've brought as well, a lot of it says in the corner Hago Infinite as well. So obviously it's all from the new game.
Yeah. It's exactly. I think because of the different companies that make it, they need to change the logos and names and that sort of stuff.
Yeah, so the mongoose one I think I've seen, or is it the? I know it's the warthog that I've got. It says Hago. It literally just says Hago 4.
Yeah.
So you know.
Baz and his Iron Brew.
I'm quite surprised that that's not finished yet, Dave. If that was me, that would have been gone in one gulp.
Add in that those two, that Jackal and the Master Chief and the Elite Brute to my Amazon basket, ready for when I get paid.
Well, these are only two Halo figures I've got at hand at the minute, but I've got this guy.
Oh, that's the villain from Halo Infinite.
Is it? Is it Ava?
Yeah,
It's the gorilla. Oh, head scan.
it's a very weird name. Yeah, that's the villain. The main villain.
Talking about Master Chief, this is the new 6-inch version.
Oh damn! Oh, it comes with a Magnum.
And it also comes with
Yeah, this one comes with an assault rifle as well.
The only thing is that he comes with that, Chris, but that doesn't fit in his hands.
Yeah, the same. I've noticed that the same with this one. The way like this one has got like the grip doesn't fit very well.
I mean, this one comes with quite a few different hands, and he's got quite a few. I think he's got like 3 sets of like open hands, but not one of them will hold the gun properly. But it's still a good figure though.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
It's like when you get the one with the mongoose, it comes with a rocket launcher. And the rocket launcher.
Weapon Baz disappears into the room of the abyss. Crazy. Just want to give a big shout out and thanks to G-Force, Connor, John, Pinky Arrow in the chat, and a few other people in the chat. So thank you very much.
Dave was talking about the Mega Blocks. So you've got.
Oh, it's a Scorpion.
I've got quite a few. I've got a couple of Warthogs. I've got like the police car. I've got like the Ghost. But I mean, these are. And a couple of weeks ago, I picked up a big box of Halo figure, mini Halo figures to go with these as well. But if you really.
That's in his bedroom.
I wish this was in a better scale. But when you get like the mech, Chris.
Oh wow.
But the good thing with this one is I don't know if you can see how good the figure is, but it actually comes with a.
Oh, that's the flood.
It comes with a flood figure.
Oh, and the mech's like kind of infected with flood as well. That's really cool.
But I wish these were in like this roughly scale with a Scorpion.
I
can call him Mini Maze. Mini Chrissies.
I know everybody likes that that stuff. It doesn't get classed as fucking Lego and shit. But I like the figures that come with it. But I need to. But before we actually go, I'm actually going to. No, just
I've started him off now.
I
want to know if anybody else's. Maybe John's seen these. Or even maybe G-Force has seen these. But I've picked up these guys a couple of weeks ago.
They look like Gears of War.
They are Gears of War.
See, knew it.
But if you kind of, if you kind of think it's like there's kind of like the same articulation as the. Well, fair enough, man. These got weird fucking thingy joints, but they're kind of like the Mega Block figures.
Yeah.
There
Mega
was, there was once upon a time a Mega Blocks Gears of War line. I remember this because when I worked at Pound Stretcher, they sold them, and I actually bought one of the helicopters from Gears of War. I can't remember what happened to it, but I built it, and it came with like figures at that scale. It came with like a couple of locusts and a couple of gears. I think two of the gears were Marcus and Dom, and then it had just like two normal cog soldiers. But yeah, no, like they look like the Mega Block Gears of War line.
It's like all these figures are in here, man. I picked these up at a boot sale.
Of course.
I wanted more the elites and shit.
Mm.
And look at that one, Chris.
That's a chief. That's a Covenant chief elitist who uses grab hammers.
Because there's talking about the thingy. There's Beard.
There's Barrett.
Bird.
Damien Barrett.
Aye. And then you've got is it Anya? I think her name. Yeah, I'm not going to show you the nerve. You see what you started with?
I think her full name is Anya Fox.
I can't believe Chris knows his Halo figures and his things and not his frogs. I'm disappointed.
I've played Halo and Gears since they came out, so
I know, they're good games, aren't they? So
they are.
Before we forget, me and Baz are on Mr. Pineapple Pizza himself, Mr. Slice's Crumb on Monday. On Mr. Crumbs, and I know Baz is absolutely enjoying himself for that one.
I'm basically shitting a brick for Monday. Stop reminding me. I need to get my acting skills up to par.
Right. Next Thursday we got a Masters Universe, all sorts of action figure collector from America coming on for a special live stream next Thursday night. We got Peaky Arrow and his legs and the Halo special the week after, by the look of it. You know.
Yeah, like I said to you while Baz was off doing something, I'm more than happy to jump on any Thursday you want me on. So,
see, Baz, I already arranged it already. You know,
Baz knows I don't need a very.
You know, he's showing his legs. It's after 11 o'clock, or you know, it's 10 to 11. He's showing his legs off. So it's after hours. Chris legs. You know.
Well, it's like I said, is it 2 weeks' time, not next Thursday, but the following Thursday? I'm going to look at some of the Halo stuff just to show Chris what I've actually, because I think I've done pictures and I've sent it through the Discord, but
that will be just before payday for me, so I will probably be about to be buying more Halo figures.
But you got no space a week, sorted.
No, I mean if you're going to get into this new Halo line, Chris, man, I only picked up like 3 figures, well, 2 vehicles and a figure for it. But they've not been really available out here. But I've noticed here the last 2 or 3 months, I've seen more and more showing up. So now it's kind of getting. But if games still selling them for like £3-4 a pop, I might pick up a few more over the next couple of weeks.
Right.
But no, I think that's it for tonight, isn't it?
Yeah, we showed the boxes off what they're going to look like. We showed Mr. Chris in the future. And a frog box.
Yeah, thanks for getting me jump on.
Well, the frogs are jumping.
And just even you remembered everybody, but we're on Silicious Rumble Monday. That
Pineapple Pizza, Mr. Pizza himself on Monday.
I am keen
Next
to.
week we've got a special with a friend of ours next week for Action Figure Collector.
So,
Don't forget to check Mr. Peaky Arrow on all his normal subjects. Dark
Twitter,
lighting on everything except for anything. You still find me on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and YouTube. There you go.
Yeah, I'm on Instagram, YouTube, Twitter, and TikTok as the Peaky Arrow. So
Peaky Arrow comedian.
no, just the Peaky Arrow.
Chris needs to go into TikTok and start acting like a Power Ranger. He needs to show off all his morphs.
I need to start putting content on TikTok. It's been a while.
Chris, do what I did. I
You
did
need a frog.
thing
You
with
need a
Lord
frog
Zed.
for it.
On.
Maybe some TikToks will be made over the weekend.
There's one guy I follow and he follows me back, but he does a Lord Zed thing. And it's like he's always talking about like your times are up, Rangers, join me or be destroyed. But he was talking about the Omnitrix. And you know what the Omnitrix is?
Yeah, it's Ben 10.
So I decided to be the smart arse that I was. I had a few drinks and I just kind of went on. I said, "You want this? Come and get it," kind of thing.
Yeah, maybe some TikToks will be made over the weekend.
Well,
Look forward to it.
until Monday.
Yes, Mr. Frog.
Hopefully everybody stays safe and hopefully they'll have a good toy hunting this weekend.
Don't forget the future is coming.
Oh, aye.
Right. See you later, guys. Thanks for letting me jump on.
Catch you later, guys, and thanks for joining the chat.
Bye-bye.